There's a reason some people navigate life with clarity, while others feel like they're constantly reacting, chasing, or catching up. A reason certain people move through the world with precision, building businesses, shaping industries, and creating outcomes that look inevitable in hindsight, while others stay stuck in noise, drama, and mental loops. The difference isn't talent, it's not luck, it's not intelligence in the traditional sense. It's the level of thinking they operate from. Because there aren't 100 levels, not even 10. There are 3. 3 levels that determine how you interpret the world, how you respond to it, and ultimately how much control you have over your own life. Most people never rise beyond the first. A smaller group climbs to the second, and a tiny minority, the smallest fraction of all, reaches the 3rd level. The level where influence becomes natural, where outcomes become predictable, where complexity becomes clarity. And once you understand these 3 levels, you will see yourself, your decisions, and your future with a level of precision most people never experience. Most people spend their entire lives trapped inside level 1, the reactive mind. At this level, thinking isn't intentional, it's automatic, it's emotional, it's urgent. A reactive thinker doesn't truly decide. They respond to notifications, to headlines, to opinions, to impulses, to fear, to approval, to whatever stimulus hits them the hardest in the moment. Every reaction feels justified, but the justification happens after the action. Emotion takes the wheel. Logic shows up later, only to defend whatever the emotion already chose. The reactive mind is fast, loud, and addictive. It rewards you with tiny hits of relief or excitement, while quietly stealing your long-term direction. It's not stupidity, it's overstimulation. It's a brain running on instinct instead of intention. Most people never escape level 1 because they don't even realize they're in it. They mistake reactivity for thinking and confusion for complexity. And that's why they stay stuck. But some people begin to notice the chaos. They start to question their impulses. They develop a small but incredibly important habit. They pause. This pause is the birth of level 2, the strategic thinker. Strategic thinkers don't ask, "What do I feel right now?" They ask, "What happens next?" They think in cause and effect, in consequences, in patterns, in second-order results. They don't just act, they anticipate. They ask questions like, if I send this message, what chain reaction does it trigger? If I take this job, where does it position me in 5 years? If I invest in this skill, what options does it unlock later? Strategic thinkers aren't perfect. They still feel emotions. They still react sometimes. But they've learned to slow down the world just a little, long enough to think in moves, not moments. Level 2 is where improvement begins, where intention enters the picture, where life becomes less chaotic and more directional. But there is still one level beyond this, and it's where the real power lies. Only a tiny fraction of people ever reach level 3, the level of system thinking. System thinkers don't just predict outcomes, they construct the rules that create the outcomes. They don't ask, "How can I win this game?" They ask, "Who designed this game?" And "Why is it designed that way?" And "Can I build a better one?" System thinkers understand that results aren't accidents. They emerge from mechanisms, from incentives, structures, procedures, triggers, environments, and constraints. So instead of reacting, Instead of planning, they design. They design routines that remove decision fatigue. They design businesses that can operate without them. They design environments that make good habits automatic. They design leverage so progress becomes exponential, not incremental. They don't chase discipline, they engineer it. They don't chase motivation, they eliminate the need for it. System thinkers see life as interconnected architecture, where every piece influences the next. And because they design the structure, they control the direction. This is the level where influence becomes natural, where clarity becomes constant, where success becomes predictable. This is the level where the world's decision makers operate. Now here's the truth that shocks most people. Level 1 reacts. Level 2 plans. But level 3? Level 3 builds the entire game. Most people are players. They make moves on a board they didn't design, using rules they didn't create, reacting to a system they don't fully understand. A smaller group becomes strategists, thinking a few moves ahead but still trapped inside the game. But the rarest group of all becomes architects. They see the board from above. They understand incentives. They understand feedback loops. They understand how small inputs cascade into large outcomes. They understand how systems shape behavior and how behavior shapes results. The shocking realization is this: the game isn't rigged, it's designed by people who think on level 3. And the moment you rise to that level, you stop being controlled by systems and start constructing the systems that control your life. You don't have to be born brilliant to reach level 3. You don't need a special degree. You don't need perfect discipline. You just need awareness, a willingness to step outside the noise, a desire to think more deeply than the people around you, and the courage to design your life instead of reacting to the world's demands. Because when you advance your thinking, you advance everything. Your decisions, your direction, your opportunities, your freedom. If you're ready to operate on a higher level, not reactively, not just strategically, but architecturally, subscribe at Advanced Pages. This is the home of Level 3 thinkers, where we turn intelligence into systems, and systems into power. Advance your thinking, advance your life.